Hey, it's Jorge from TeamJVS giving you a quick review on the movie Shiva Baby. This movie is directed by Seligman and it's starring Rachel Sennott. So this movie is basically, the synopsis of it is, at a Jewish funeral service with her parents, a college student runs into her sugar daddy. So this movie is unique. It is I think they classify it as a comedy and a drama, but I mean, you basically are seeing like a horror film play out, which is awesome. They're basically you're following this one character, Danielle, who's played by Rachel, throughout the whole movie, and just kind of how her whole life is kind of crumbling before her. And I say it's kind of like a horror movie because the movie starts with a I guess a very strong sex scene, and you're trying to kind of figure it out, and then you very quickly figure out that Danielle is kind of a sugar baby. She has her little sugar daddies and all this, and you meet this one character, and he's trying to be very kind of affectionate towards her, and she's just trying to go to like this funeral basically. Um, from there, when she enters it, she ends up kind of spotting another girl, which is very awkward because you can instantly tell that she was not happy to see her. And that girl is Maya. I believe she's played by Molly Gordon, if I recall correctly. Um, but it's interesting just kind of seeing that quick tension, and from here you kind of see this whole story unfolding. There are the music, like the soundtrack to this whole movie, it's basically I want to say it's almost horror like. It's pretty interesting, it's funny. Kind of just you're almost seeing this the mental instability of Danielle throughout this whole movie. And then the neat part about it, or the fun part, is throughout this movie when they go to this funeral, in the funeral is one of the sugar daddies that she's been messing with, and she uncovers a whole bunch of information from him at that point. And it's like a train wreck that you just love to see. I think that the way that this was shot and filmed, it basically was, I'll say, the whole movie was shot this one small house, and it's phenomenally done because you throughout the whole movie you feel this like claustrophobic sense, where like anywhere Danielle goes, she's just gonna run into somebody or hit something she doesn't want to do, which is really neat. Throughout the movie, you kind of uncover that Danielle has kind of been obviously telling lies to her sugar daddy, and she's herself is uncovering that he himself is telling her lies, which is very, very unique. Kind of seeing that whole situation play out. Overall, though, this movie is awesome. I would highly recommend it. When you kind of just seeing Danielle kind of her downward spiral through all this mental instability. Um, there are funny parts in the movie, and then you kind of feel for her, and you kind of feel for all this, you know, shenanigans that she's kind of put herself in. Some of the, and definitely not going to throw any spoilers out here, but it's definitely one that you can definitely enjoy watching. Like it, it it's just it's almost like living out a worst nightmare. And you can watch it because it's not your worst nightmare, but you're literally watching this character go through this like chaotic mess. And the nice thing is, it's not the nice thing, but the interesting part is it's not like a murder, death, kill type of thing, or something like that, but it's like a real life situation. Like if you're in an intimate relationship with someone and you're finding out all these things, but it's really not intimate, it's just more about the money. So it's really cool. I definitely think that the director, she killed it in the way that this was shot, and that this was written, because this was written and directed by the same person. um I will say it does bring up definitely interesting stigmas, especially within the Jewish community. I was talking to a couple of my Jewish friends about this, and it was interesting because, you know, being bisexual is not something that is huge. You know, it's not widely accepted. And in this movie, obviously, the main character is bi, and you can read that in some of the synopses that they've given out, so that's not a spoiler. But it's neat how it just, you know, it just kind of throws it out there. But overall, you know, I think that the movie is definitely something to watch. Um, all the actors did a great job. Obviously, the way it was shot was amazing. I believe this was originally supposed to come out back with a couple of, I think it was like last year, but obviously during the pandemic, this kind of, obviously it's derailed a lot of movies. But definitely check this out. I think this is available just about on any platform, you know, Prime, Hulu, all those things, you know, Apple TV. Give it a go. I would give this probably a solid, you know, 7.5 out of 10. Like it was truly enjoyable. And throughout the whole movie, you know, you're seeing when this train will wreck. And I highly suggest it because it's well worth it. It's a short movie, it's not that long, but definitely well made, and you know, 2 thumbs up on this one. So once again, drop a like, you know, show me some comments if you guys have seen it, let me know what you guys think. But this is Jorge from Team JVS, and we'll see you next time. Peace.